Just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Back in My Day, brought to you by Lontel. Go to lontel.net.au/bloke to get the best internet of the land. Use the code. You can get you get a free week of no contracts, no credit card, free week of internet. You will not regret it. Give them a call. They'll take care of you. And Aspley Mazda, if you need a car, give Lukey a message, LDC_01. How you going, boys? How you going? Rennie?
Kebby, very good, mate. Very good.
Hello, Dannon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks,
Are you
mate.
well?
Are you've come in here agitated, and
Yeah.
it's hitting my vibe. I'm trying to like block it a little bit. Play defense.
I've been. This is my third coffee today.
Oh,
I've been
no.
a bit. I've been a bit all over the shop this morning. I was in
Okay.
the city, and then when on my way coming back here, I was listening to some Judas Priest. And I'm a bit worked up. Sentinel, give it a shout out for our Spotify listeners after the podcast. Go listen to The Sentinel by Judas Priest, to all our priesties out there. And
Shout out.
mate, so I'd go. When you go into the city, like this isn't just a Sydney CBD issue. This is a global CBD issue.
Okay.
Parking in the city. I like catching the bus in, but today I had to drive for various reasons. But when you got to find a park in the city,
Oh, mate.
I had to just bite the bullet and hop into one of the old Wilsons, mate.
$60.
$61.
Yeah.
$61 for an hour, like hour and a little bit, right? As I'm going out, this is the worst part. This is the worst part, Rennie. The worst
Talk
part
to me,
is
Jack.
as I'm exiting, it was out of paper. So my accountant, Mr. Bigglesworth, he always likes hard copy. I'm not going to be able to deliver it to him. Does anyone else?
You're not going to be able to claim that on tax now.
Well, I'll see if we can talk to Mr. Bigglesworth and see what he does.
You're getting audited. They will find that $60.
Mate, yeah. Does anyone else have a cute nickname for their accountant?
Mr. Bigglesworth.
I don't have an accountant.
Mine's just Steve.
Steve.
Just Steve. Steve-O. He's great.
That's
bloke,
a
Steve.
very much an accountant name, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's a
You
great bloke.
need to cuten that
Steve.
shit up a bit.
Man, I tell you what, the richest people in the country are people that own fucking
Wilsons.
parking
Yeah.
spots because you don't need to decorate it. There's no fit out. It's just a fucking hole in the ground
They
with
don't
cement.
clean it.
They don't clean it. They probably underpay their staff that sit there and like, yeah, go that way, go that way. They must be listening. How many podcasts you reckon through collectively are getting gone through?
There's no reception down there.
They download before they go. Download before they go down. Mate, they'd be listening to potties all day long. Man, when I was working out in the above ground mines in Maroolin, I used
You
to
made
have
that name up.
Maroolin.
Yeah.
No, Maroolin's a place.
Never mind. Shout out to Reynolds.
Maroolin's a place. It's one of the coldest chill factors in the country.
Chill
South?
factor.
Chill factor, yeah.
Explain to me for
Well, that's
those
the wind.
listeners.
That's a wind.
He grabbed both of his so like is there a
It's the wind coming across the.
What do we call it? Low pressure systems and
It's a
high
low pressure system. Low pressure system. It's the wind coming across the land.
east to west. East to west.
West to east. But yeah, I was working there, and honestly, because where you would work, everyone would work in different spots, and it's like the whole site's like K is big, so you got to drive out to where you're going to go to work, mate. Because I was the apprentice, I would just cut ties, and ties are just the the plastic cable ties that you've got.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking like when I say I was cutting ties, I'm talking 10 down in a row, 1K long.
Really?
Just fucking 1K might be an exaggeration. I'll say 500 meters. Just cutting ties. So 10 up, and then you just get the ladder, or you get this.
Were they a meter across or something?
They might be. I mean, it just depends.
So I'm just going to do the math
But
quickly in my
you
head.
could have it 2 meters high. It could be a meter high. I'd say a meter high.
What about sideways? I want to know
sideways is about? I'll say a meter in between. It's been a long time, but say a meter in between.
So we're going what? We're going 10 times 1,000. So
It's a lot, bro.
We're talking 10,000 cables.
So the podcast
A
I got
day.
through, the podcast that I got through in that time was fucking astronomical because I would have my hard hat on, the cold hat on because it's so, and then you'd have the balaclava as well because it's so cold because of the chill factor.
I can tell. Yeah.
Chill factor.
What are we talking? Are you?
If a ref ever does this, he's talking about the chill factor on the field.
What are we talking? We Stanley knife and that shit or what?
No, you use your clippers. You turn it up and you turn up, you flick it like that, and it actually cuts it smoothly because you don't with the cable ties. You don't if you cut it poorly. And then people go to redo stuff, you'll cut them. Literally, like you'll cut them open, it'll fucking smash them.
One of my best mates worked in a warehouse for a couple of years, and about 6 months in, he cut his hand with a Stanley knife. Jesus, it was bad.
Oof.
It was bad. So shout out to our warehouse workers out there.
Yeah, shout out to people that have to cut cable ties.
Ode to the warehouse worker. We love you.
I'll tell you what, cable ties are what, and all my tradies, I know, you guys don't know this shit. Real tradies know this shit.
True.
Tradies keep this fucking country together. Cable ties keep this country together. I'm telling you right now, this country is fucking kept together by cable ties. And you guys don't know the joke right now because you don't get it. You're not in the fucking tradie
Speaking
game
of
like
cable
us.
ties, shout out to our law enforcement as well.
Because if you're in the tradie game, you know that if something is broken, just get a fucking cable tie.
Yeah. I'm in it. I get it.
You're not in the game, mate. You don't know the fucking
thought it
influence
was-
trade like me.
Yeah, I thought it
Third year
was.
plumber.
How many years ago did you finish that?
20 years, yeah, 25 maybe.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't finish it.
Well, I
Did
thought
2
the
years.
scale was duct tape or WD-40, and it's either one of those two. You got
Cable size, mate.
If it's loose, it's supposed to be loose. Lube it up. If it's loose and it's not supposed to be loose, wrap that shit up.
Have you ever done like tradie work?
Yeah, I did. I worked in hospitality mostly when I finished high school,
Yeah.
so like at pubs and cafes and stuff like that. And then when I was in 20s, I briefly did some bricky labouring for a bit. Some extra cash.
Ooh, that's yuck. Bricky labouring.
Yeah, out at
Tough.
That's
out
tough
at
stuff.
not Fletcher, out at Newcastle. We were putting a foundation together for a school, like a primary school demountable.
How's the Gary Jack feeling after a day's work on fucking concreting?
Yeah, it's not
Oh, sorry, brick. Were you concreting or bricklaying?
brick,
Did you say?
brick
Bricklaying.
labouring. So I was carrying the bricks and mixing
Yeah.
the concrete.
Did you get the 6 brick clamps?
Yeah, the metal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
pretty
there you
cool.
go.
Eh? I
Mate.
thought that was a bit of ingenuity. That I was like,
Yeah.
well, look at we go. Look at us go. Look at us. Look at the human race. Look at
How
us.
many- many bricks in a
ingenious we
pallet?
are.
There was each pallet. There was hundreds.
500 or 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, shout out to Bricky's backs because they're the strongest thing in the nation. They're also holding this nation together.
They
Bricky's
hold
backs.
they hold this nation together.
Bricky's backs.
I was actually having a really good conversation because we're doing Serranos at the moment with the bricky suppliers at the moment. I didn't realize that the ones that come internationally, there's like big companies that get them for like say $1 each, and then they do that to cover their costs and break even essentially, and then everyone else they sell to, they essentially sell it for like $2 or $3. So and then when there's a shortage, they make sure the guys are getting it cheaper. They're big companies they work with. So shout out to our Australian local lads who are fighting for that $3 brick.
Yeah. Brick of like a brick, not the brick you're thinking of, like the brick that builds houses.
Yeah, but what we should do is we should invest, Kempy, in a brick recycle business where
brick
we
recycle-
recycle bricks.
Okay.
Sato's old man used to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So that's how he built his old house. They knocked the house down, obviously, and then he cleaned every single brick and relaid the brick. Sato's an old brickie from back in the day. Big Sat.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, really well-known brickie from the eastern suburbs, yeah.
Good on him.
Well, there you go. There you go. Now, look, I'm sure you're all listening, bated breath for the cricket chat that we've got today because obviously the cricket is back today. Australia versus Bangladesh. Travis Head,
I like Travis Head.
Weatherald, he's back. He's got to get runs, Weatherald. He's got to get runs. He said it himself. He said, if I don't get runs, I'm fucking out of here.
He's already out.
Oh, my fucking
Thanks,
God.
Matty. Thanks for ruining my
You
morning.
know what? He needs to fix his technique, mate. He's too low to the ground. His balls are touching the ground. He needs to fucking stand up, give himself a bit of time, mate. I don't even know what the fuck that meant. Just
He's a
sounds
big
good.
cricketer.
He does have a low stance.
Right.
Too low.
Right.
Can't work his
It's
footwork.
been a
quickly.
while since I watched cricket, Kempy.
Yep. Well, you're probably not aware of this, but I am Mr. Cricket. I fucking,
Really?
mate, if there's a thing to know about cricket, I get it.
Wow.
I get it. You ask me anything about cricket, I'll fucking blow your mind.
Really? Okay. Who has the greatest batting average in Australian Test cricket?
Don Bradman.
Does he still have it? Really?
By a mile.
Oh, really?
Is it 99.96?
Then it's like, what is it, Steve Smith after that, I think?
Oh, he is.
Steve Smith.
99.96?
Well, Steve Smith is like literally
99.94.
half.
9-4.
Yeah,
See?
right.
I do it.
Oh, right. So
I
he
know a
was
few things.
Close
And
enough.
he got out.
too.
So the Don was all
He
over
got
it.
out for a golden duck and he was going to get 100, wasn't he?
It was
Or
a,
four
it was a
runs?
duck. He needed 4 to get an average of 100. We got
He
a
needed
duck.
4 to get an average of 100 and he got out in duck on his last thinger.
Jeez.
And 100, Steve Smith is like 50. So think about, he's double. Like
Wow.
his average is like comparatively to other sports is so astronomically better than the GOATs. So like, for example, the average of Cristiano Ronaldo scoring goals, it might be 1.5 compared to 0.8 or some shit.
Yeah.
His average is like fucking so much bigger than everyone else's in professional sport. You could say he's the greatest sportsman of all time because he's so much better than all the other GOATs underneath him. Whereas in these other sports, you know, they're better, but are they, you know, fucking exponentially better statistically? So as I said, I know cricket, bro.
Shout out to Barrel.
Who's the second?
Tendulkar?
Passion. Oh, I love him.
Is it?
said
Who is
ask
it?
me.
I don't even know.
Brian
I'll check
Lara?
it up.
I
I'll
don't
check
know.
it out.
It'd have to be Sash.
You see him across it.
But boys, there's been some big news breaking. Big news note. Jett Cleary. Jett Cleary has reportedly requested a release from the Warriors to join the Panthers next season. This comes around the same time the brother has reportedly paused contracts until November 1. See, I'm torn here because part of me is sitting here going, okay, this means that maybe Cleary is waiting to see whether Jett sticks around and then he'll extend with Panthers longer, or it's the opposite. It's like it's a last dance for Nathan Cleary to just get that 1 year playing with his father and his brother. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know what the answer is there.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the last dance.
The last dance.
Yeah, I'm actually with you. Because what is it? Is it the last dance or is it retaining Nathan? Is that sort of like what the two narratives are at the moment? Like,
Well, I think, like, I don't know what the narrative at the moment is, but I'm assuming one could be he's waiting to see whether Jett Cleary gets signed long term there, I guess, maybe, and then he would lock in long term to play. That's one if he's going to stay.
Yeah.
And then the other one could be, no, it's his only chance to play with his brother next year, and like Blaze Salungi at the moment struggling to make first grade.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Cleary plays a bit of a 6-ish role next year potentially.
and Ivan's last chance maybe if he doesn't coach club footy again. Could
I
be his
don't think he
last
will.
chance.
I don't think he will coach
You
club
reckon?
footy again. No, I don't. I think he's
Yeah.
over it. I think he's
Yeah.
over it.
Something's in the pipeline. Something's not sitting right. If it, like especially with the November 1 approaching, like Penrith would have offered him 1.8 with ratchets and all the money in the world,
Yeah.
but he's still sitting off till November 1.
Like,
Something,
to your point, Penrith would have literally said to him, "What do you want?"
exactly.
Like, maybe the first player in history where a club would go, "What do you want?"
And that's what makes it very bizarre that he hasn't signed. And I feel like I'm leaning more towards he's leaving.
I think I've spoken about this yesterday. There's a lot of people that push back on it, and because I was talking about the experiences he'll have overseas, his partners in Man City, and he'll be able to go to big Premier League games, and he'll be able to meet. She's with Adidas. She's done ads with Messi and Beckham, and some people thought that that's not the case. Like, he won't get access to those kind of things. I disagree. Like, for example, if he signs with a huge French rugby club, they would have connections to PSG. It's like. And so he'll be able to experience I think crazy shit if he goes to
Why
Europe.
French rugby? Why not English rugby?
Well, English rugby's not like it's not going as good. Like, it's struggling a little
Okay.
bit. There's some
French rugby's got lots of money in it, right?
French rugby
And
is big,
Their tactics wise, they're very much leaning into the kicking game, which would suit him, I guess.
massively.
Gowie told me that. Craig Gowie.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the Northern Hemisphere, the way that it's played in the Northern Hemisphere is very different to the Southern Hemisphere in terms of attacking. They're more ruck orientated and kicking up north.
Yeah.
So that could, suit him a
Well,
bit.
I just think, and as I said, I know people that think, "Oh, fuck off, Kempy," as if he's going to be watching these huge derbies or whatever. Like, I know people realize like Mary Fowler just signed a $10 million deal with Adidas. A $10 million deal. 3 years ago, she was in an ad with Beckham and Messi. Like, if you're a big Adidas athlete, you are in rooms with other famous athletes.
Yeah.
Also, like, for example, let's say he does move over there and he wants to go meet the fucking Man City players or whatever, as if Mary Fowler can't tee that up. Like,
yeah, but no, do you really think Cleary wants to do that?
but I'm not saying that's the reason why I'd go there.
Yeah, I know,
I'm saying,
but I don't
I'm saying
think
that's
he
a part of
cares.
that's a like you're
I
telling
wouldn't give a
if you,
shit about meeting other celebrities and like who they.
you don't think he
Oh.
would be keen to go to watch Man City, be involved in that kind of shit. You don't think so?
You're telling me if David Spade was offered to you to go hang out with David Spade, you'd say no, Rennie?
I wouldn't give a shit.
David Spade.
Yeah,
I
would
disagree.
not care less.
You don't think that kind of experience
I
over
just
there?
think he wants to go over there, maybe potentially play rugby union, French rugby, and be closer to her. I don't think he cares about these Adidas people that she hangs out and does deals with.
No, but he's with Adidas too. I think that's part of the reason why his management would be putting this all together. Like, I don't think he would just willy-nilly go over there. I think it's going to be a big package deal with Adidas, with fucking big union deals. Yeah. Like, I think that there's a part of Cleary that would love the challenge, but also the life experience of playing a world game. Like, look at the difference between, like, if Sonny Bill had stayed in you can speak better on this.
Yeah, of course.
If he had stayed in fucking league, he's a world star now. And I'm not saying that that's why Sonny left, but it's
100%. I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like Cleary could have that similar-ish,
Yeah,
I guess, life or whatever.
definitely.
He's won his comps, but so I guess that's also leaning to your factor. That's like, if he hadn't won any comps, he's won 4, right?
Yeah.
So if he hadn't won any,
It's
you're
different.
sitting there and
Yeah.
you're like, I want to make my money, but I also want to win a comp. Where it's like, he's in a sort of a realm that no one's really been in rugby
Yep.
league, where you've won 4 comps at this age.
Yep.
Now you've got an opportunity to go elsewhere and sort of enjoy yourself. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't blame him if he went, you know what, I've won the comps. I'm going to go
Travel
play, have fun, also be professional, maybe win a comp in another competition or whatever.
And you
but
can
also
still play for the Wallabies too if you go over there.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, and he'll be still considered a great here, right? Like he's
Yeah.
not. He's kind of already, for me anyway. He's already Like
He's already go.
He's
I
already
think
go
he's-
like in a lot of ways in terms of overlapping as many things you can do in such a short period of time that it's like maybe he does want to just go live his life for a bit.
I just think there's three options: Penrith, Chiefs, overseas, and I'm leaning towards overseas.
I agree. I think it'll be overseas. Now, they're a bit of a spanner in the works. Now, I don't know. I don't want to spread false information or whatever, but I did see on a certain website that, so 2 days ago I saw that the Super League, V'landys was far apart in the Super League. Now there's reports coming out today that maybe a deal is going to get done. Is there a world where V'landys goes, we've bought the Super League, we'll top you up? You know, I know like the Super League standard is he'll literally, it's like it's night and day. Is there a world where that plays a factor into it? I think he'll go union
It's an
before
unfair
that.
advantage for whatever team gets him, right? And it's not night and day. There is competition over there. Super League isn't as easy as people think it is. But it's tough over there. And they've beaten us in the World Club Challenge, 2-3 years in a row?
There's 4 good teams at the moment. The rest of them are pretty fucking...
Yeah, I know. There's
In
some
terms of the
bottom-tier
campaign,
teams. You still got to turn up. You got to play on these cow paddocks. You got to play in the cold. Like it's very there are professional teams over there.
Yeah, no, I'm look, if that's the way it sounded, I apologise. I'm not saying it
No,
is
so
professional.
I hear it a lot. I'm like, man, it's not as easy as you think it is. It's an unfair advantage if he does go to a Super League team. What team gets him? Like a bottom tier team? Do you think he
I
wants?
think
to go
he's
to a
already
bottom
been
tier
offered
team?
£1 million a year from fucking one team. I don't know. Can you please Google it? Some owner of one team offered him $1 million.
Might have been Hull
£1 million.
FC, maybe.
Maybe Hull, yeah.
But
He ain't moving a hole.
it was Hull.
Yeah, it was Hull.
But it's one of those ones too. Like you got to wait and see. Like if that's the case and he was to go over there, I think the NRL would be wanting to be in the loop because an investment for them, if they're going to invest money in the Super League and they're going to buy a stake in it, right? They want a marketing ploy or a tactic, and if Nathan's looking to go over there for whatever period of time, he'd be their number one tactic, right? One of our players goes over there. Not only would it be great coverage for over there, but in terms of if they get a TV deal done in whatever respect it is, it'd be great for ratings over here because people are always going to go, what's Nathan? Like, he's the main reason we get, like, the viewers in Australia would go and watch some games of Super League because you got a player who's in his prime and he's gone over there, regardless if they're playing a good team or a bad team. You want to see how Nathan Cleary's
How he
going.
goes. Yep, definitely.
I think if they handle his PR correctly, like really push him in the right areas over in England, like I'm not sitting here saying he'd be anywhere near the Premier League players or whatever, but if you push him hard enough, there might be wider audience that have fell out of touch with rugby league that come back in the UK that go, you know what, like fuck, I'll check it out. This Nathan Cleary guy is considered the greatest of all time.
Well, that's what you do. You go, mate, that's exactly how they do it. They go, mate, Australia's greatest player has now come to the Super League in the prime of his career to come and take the Super League by storm. Yeah. And then that's how that'd be the narrative they run. They get eyeballs from here, they get new eyeballs and existing eyeballs over there. It'd be, that'd be the go.
Yeah. I don't know, we can all speculate.
Yeah, we
but
all we're speculating.
Only Nathan knows what he's doing.
I tend to agree with you though, Rennie. Like, there are some people that are just like, no, it's all good. He's because like I think it was Danny Widler that was saying like people that are reporting that a deal's done, like that's just not the information I'm getting. Like with Penrith, him staying at Penrith, but like Nathan wouldn't do this to the club if he was just lying about going to why would he say I'm putting everything on pause just willy nilly? He wouldn't do that to the club. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't just go, oh, you know what? I'm going to just see what it feels like. And I'm just going to go to open market even though I'm planning to stay with the Panthers. Like I think he's an honest enough guy where if he's going to the market, it's because he genuinely is considering leaving.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. It's just like I don't want to speculate and have everyone sort of thinking about what my future holds. I don't have to say anything till November 1. Let's just play footy. Let's win another premiership. When it comes to November 1, we'll sit down, we'll have a chat, we'll weigh up all my options.
Well, that's the one. Weighing up all your options. Yeah. Like that's like he's sitting there, like he's in no rush. Even if he gets injured, there's going to be someone there, multiple options there waiting for him regardless, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's in a very unique situation where if he makes the call to be loyal to Penrith, he could live to regret it in 3 months' time. Like he would want to go into the off season after maybe winning a comp or not, and make a decision with everything on the board, every offer that's been maxed out by everyone, and go, okay, do I make a decision for my career? Do I make one for myself?
For love?
Do I make one for love? Which, we love, Campy.
Mate, we love love. How many decisions for love have you made today, mate?
How many decisions for love have I made today? Judas Priest.
Judas.
Oh, there's a couple. There's a couple.
Okay.
Drop the girlfriend.
That's
to work
that's
as
a
well,
decision
on the
for
way.
love. That's a decision for love.
Yeah, mate, love's
Does strange
That's-
things.
love's great. Let's shout out to any listeners out there. Comment. What do you love about love? But that'd be what he like. He wants to weigh everything up.
Oh, can you? Okay, here's another. I think this is the hardest question to answer, or at the very least, like the biggest swaying point for him leaving. Could you honestly see him signing another 3-year deal to live away from a partner that he wants to have a future with?
No.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
Maybe I
agree.
love too much, but if I'm Nathan Cleary and I've got these massive offers to go live near my partner who has just signed a $10 million deal with Adidas and is a star, like,
It's a very unique situation.
yeah, it's a unique situation, but I just can't.
Jeez.
I can't see him living away from his partner
A
for.
lot of blue balls, I'll tell you.
I just can't see it. I can't see it.
I'm with you. I just
I can see the blue balls, but I
Like,
can't.
I think
see it.
he's every chance.
Can't see
I think
it.
he's every chance of staying with Penrith, right? But not until he sees every offer on the table will he make that decision. Like, even he will just want to see everything so he can then have his mind settled and go, okay, I'm okay with staying with Penrith, even though this offer A and offer B is also on the table, and they might be more lucrative or better for his personal life or whatever it is. But I think for his own mental clarity, he will just want to be able to know what the options are before he makes that decision.
Boys.
For sure.
Okay, let's dare to dream here. Next year, Jett Cleary, Nathan Cleary, Ivan Cleary win a premiership. Is it the greatest moment in rugby league history?
That'd be Ivan's, like, now they didn't get the 5-peat in a row, but they can get another one this year and whatever it is. But I reckon if they were able to achieve that and also bring the younger brother in, that'd be Ivan's greatest achievement, I'd
Could
say.
you imagine?
And Nathan's possibly as well.
How old is Jett?
23, I think, 22. He's been going quite well. I think for the Warriors last year, he came in late to the season New South Wales Cup, and
He's
They
21.
won it.
he's 21.
Yep.
And they won it, but I don't know if he was he a part of the winning side, or did he get dropped out as players came back from injury?
He probably would have been between that and Flegg, I'd say, if he was 20
Yeah.
last
Was
year.
there a Hanley kid or someone?
Yeah, there was he's
Henley?
he's signed with the Titans, I think now.
Slay.
But I'm just trying to think. Did Jett Cleary go all the way?
He didn't. Hanson. It was Hanson.
It was Hanson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tanner Boyd.
Oh, yes, true. Tanner Boyd played a fair bit of cup last year.
Yes, that is true. So I wonder with the Warriors, was this always on the cards that he may go back soon? You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the Warriors, like, if this has just been sprung on them, it does suck. Like,
Well, I mean, it's just the storyline's there. He's asked for an early release. Ivan's last year.
Has it been speculated or is it confirmed that he's asked for the release?
I'm
He's
pretty.
asked for an early release.
Yeah.
What would they want? 150 grand or a player?
Oh, I'm
He
not
wouldn't be
sure.
on much money.
Well,
He'd be on minimum.
yeah, if they're going to, if they want a player for player,
Nathan.
They
not a
asked for
bad place.
Nathan.
Yeah,
We want Nathan.
We want Nathan.
I know. But you know what the other thing too is? You know the other thing that we're actually not thinking about, I reckon, is the fact that if they go on to win this comp now, that Yeo's out, does Nathan's value go even higher?
I don't think it can get higher.
You don't reckon?
I think he's
honestly-
already, for me, he's just like, he's already as high as he can be.
I honestly reckon, I think, like, if he goes on and just blitzes the final series and wins the comp without Yeo, now that, like, because Yeo's obviously been such an integral part and he's co-captain, so now it's all on him. He's captain by himself. He's a halfback without help. Like, I'd beg to differ. I think he'll be probably he might get offered a $2 million contract
A $2 million contract if he does that.
with or without ratchets.
See, I'd already, if you can afford that in your salary cap, like, you're probably already offering him that because you know he's going to get you into the 8 at the very least.
You know, yeah, exactly. Right. Well, all you have to do is just make the 8, and you're justified. Talk to every NRL coach out there. You
make
just
the 8
gotta-
sweet.
Just make the 8. Who cares what you do in the finals? Just make the 8.
He's going to the 8.
I'm interested to see how the Warriors react to this in regards to development. You know, they do have depth, but at the same time, Metcalf's leaving. So that'd be two halves in that halves pool. And all of a sudden, you've got Tanner Boyd, Tamane Martin, underneath that. I'm not really sure. Hanson also gone. That's three halves.
Yeah, but you got like someone like Webster who probably
He's a
has
bit.
a great relationship with Ivan. Thanks Ivan for the opportunity he's given him throughout his Penrith career. It's like, yep, go on, take your son back.
Yeah.
I don't see it being a problem.
I would be shocked if when he did get over there, and this is speculation, when he did go over there, it was always of the understanding he's coming back.
Who Jett? Was Jett born there?
I think he might have been, yeah.
Yeah. So he's lived there his whole life?
No,
When he was young.
Oh, no.
when he was
Okay.
young.
Sorry.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they, yeah.
But
So
like when he left Penrith and went to New Zealand, I think the idea that he was going to be there for the next decade,
Okay.
I just don't know. I feel like it would have always been the plan to come home. We just need to get you out of the spotlight while you develop. You're Nathan Cleary's brother. If you're in Sydney, it's going to be fucking hectic. Get you out and we'll bring you back. I think.
You know, the biggest hint for like, obviously they got a conveyor belt of talent over there and their recruitment's been on point, but obviously Webster's been outstanding. But looking back now in retrospect, you sort of, I think to myself, like that's like coaches are funny beasts. They don't really like each other. Like even the ones that are mates, they're super competitive. And then most of the time coaches don't like other coaches because obviously they got their different philosophies and it's hard to like other people with different philosophies and stuff like that. But like in retrospect, the biggest hint I think personally that I always say personally, I don't know why I say that, that Webster was going to be successful is the fact that Ivan trusted him.
Yeah.
After he'd spent so much time with him, trusted him to develop his own son and send him away. Like I think that is definitely the biggest hint that we knew that was going to be some sort of success.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great
and I
point.
mean,
Great
his
point.
Webster's track record is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like when you think of he's lost Sean Johnson, Hansen, now Jett Cleary, also Luke Metcalf, and we're not like wigging out. And that's over a span of 2 or 3 years. That's a lot of halves to lose.
Yeah.
And shout out to our New Zealand listeners. What is parking in the CBD in Auckland like? Can you tell us how? Can you give us just a little bit of insight? Because
Well, having lived there, it is expensive. It is
Right.
expensive. Absolutely. Auckland's an expensive city. Super expensive city. Okay, Adam Reynolds. There are fears Adam Reynolds won't play another NRL match. He reportedly injured his calf at training today. He'll go for scans. Sorry, that would have been yesterday. He'll go to scans, so he would have gone to scans yesterday, I'd assume. Today. Far out. Surely you just carry him on the bench, last 10 minutes, just get him on to kick a few balls.
Yeah.
Surely. Just wrap him up.
that'd be cool with a new 6-man bench if they just as an honorary thing, or put him as 18th man or 19th man, whatever it is now. Just put him on the bench, have him in the jersey, and just sit there and sign autographs during the game.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
But that'd be a sad way for Reno to go
Oh,
out because
mate.
he does after everything he's achieved, particularly winning the comp last year. I think being up there in Brizzy because like he's had a wonderful career. I think people don't underestimate how much of an impact Reno had on that club when he started at South Sydney. At South, like they were a team that were like sort of just trying to make the 8, and but from like taking over from Chris Sandow, he really just put him straight into that top 4 spot.
He's one of the most consistent sevens like of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
When you look at actually how many prelims he's made and how many grand finals he's made.
Definitely. Reno, he's been a great player. His body's breaking down. And I wouldn't say it'd be his last game, but I think that's a great point. Just put him as 18th or 19th man for the last round of the game, the year. Who do they play?
Melbourne. That's Suncorp, I think.
That's the
played
last.
Bulldogs.
That's the last. Yeah, that's the last home
Suncorp's
game.
the last.
So they
Melbourne's
play
last home game.
Bulldogs?
So Bulldogs.
Just put him on for 10 minutes at the end.
I think they'll try to do it at Suncorp though because it's.
That's
So the
Suncorp,
plan.
Oh, they're playing Dogs at Suncorp.
No, they're playing dogs
They're playing
in
Storm
a
at
court.
Suncorp.
Dogs in a court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got to give him some kind of send-off.
Dogs in a core.
Yeah.
Is that last game?
That's the last game.
Well, that's not at a core. He played a lot of games there for South Sydney.
You get all the South fans there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I reckon you could. They're pretty loyal, man. They're pretty loyal.
Yeah. They're still fuming that he left.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
Fuming.
Man, jeez, that is like. Yeah, I mean we go over it so many times. He's a massive Rabbitohs fan.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's thinking,
Well, Matty, I'm a South junior, so
I know.
I cop
I
it
know.
all the time. Yeah, look, I just think he's just done such a fantastic thing for this game. And he's got to have some sort of send off, but if it's going to be detrimental to the team with his calf, they just put him on for the last 5-10 minutes of the game.
Like, do you amongst all the superstars they had in that 2014 side, do you think they win the comp with that Reno? 2014 South.
Well, I think it's proven that no. Like look at the club since he's left.
Reno and Kiri.
Like the thing, Reno and Kiri, but like the other thing
Sato.
too is how good Reno's kicking game is. Going up by 6s is just can't be underestimated.
Especially back then too in that wrestle heavy era.
Yep.
Slower play. The
and
ball's kicking.
even like I remember that 2014 side that they played the Dogs that year with like the most monstrous, like honestly, like gigantic forward pack. To be, Reno's not a big fella. Like for him to, play through those years and, battle along.
Well, South's had a big pack too. They had, the 3 Burgess boys.
4 at one stage as well.
Ben Teo.
Benny Teo.
Sato was playing in the back row.
Yeah.
That's a gun pack.
It's such a good pack.
Fucking
When you
hell.
go back and look at that side, GI at the back,
GI at the
they're
back.
like, they are honestly, it's land of the giants.
Look, Takiri on the wing.
Yeah, Lottie. You got Dill Walker in the centers.
The Walker was AJ wasn't there yet?
Yeah, he was. He was.
AJ debuted that year.
He scored 21 tries that year.
Yeah, wow.
As an
Yeah,
eight,
that
he was
a
like
team.
18, right?
Yeah.
He was like,
Gun side. Okay, Sam Walker, boys. What's going on? What do you think? What's happening here? Do you think there's a...
I'm all for it. 1.1 wasn't enough.
Okay.
No way.
and if he goes on to have a good final series, even if they don't win the comp, I think if he plays good in the finals, his value is just going to jump again, right?
Okay.
Here's the thing. I think Roosters are a well-run club with great leadership. You know, their board, Politis, the chairmans, everyone attached to the club is very successful. They are business people, but they like to control the narrative. They don't like the fact that Sam has knocked back this 1.1 with ratchets. And his father, his uncles, you know, they've been around the game long enough. They know how much the TV rights are going to go up and how much the salary cap will increase.
Yeah.
And they didn't counteroffer. Now, Chiefs have made it clear that they want Cleary or Sam Walker. So why wouldn't you wait to November 1? It's pretty simple for me.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of similarities there for, like, if he wants to go all the way, like curiosity is a magical beast, isn't it, Rennie?
Also killed the cat.
It also killed the cat. Yeah. And it also made me go and find a car park that was way too expensive.
Still singing.
Sorry. But yeah, I think 1.1, like, as with plus ratchets, is incredible money, right? But mate, it's a market with not many halfbacks, and what he did this year in Origin, you know,
The rule changes, the way
exactly
it
right.
suits him.
And there was always that noise earlier in the year. It's like, ooh, are they off him or whatnot? Maybe that's just sort of in the back of his head as well. So we'll have to wait and see, right? But
I think that's underestimated. Everyone's been saying all year, including it's come from the club, leaked into the media. Is he good enough to win them a comp? And that would shit me as well. I'm like, okay, I'll go to November 1 and see how much I'm worth.
That's what my next question, boys. I was going to ask you, and this may be hindsight because I think at the time a lot of us were saying, like, you know, do you resign him? Do you not resign him? Or at least I was. Did they miss a trick by not re-signing him before Origin? Just getting it done, lock him in? Because I reckon he probably does take 1.1 with ratchets at that stage.
For sure. Yep, I think they missed an opportunity right there. Yeah.
And that's hindsight speaking. As I said, I'm not sitting here putting my hand up, go, oh, yeah, I knew, I would have thrown in the contract to him.
yeah, but it's hard. You can never. This is
actually.
my only thing with that is you can't underestimate, like, when things not so much the motivation factor. I think when a lot of players sign those deals, it's not about that you lose motivation, but there's an element of you feel safe, and sometimes that's not the greatest thing for a young athlete.
As in, you're saying they got the best out of him by not re-signing him at that stage.
I'd say so. Yeah,
But is there a worry that bites him in the bum though? Because he could potentially go to November 1. You know?
Yeah, possibly now. Now that he's been able to do these things, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit like the life cycle of a halfback. Like he's at that stage now where he's starting to mature now, Sammy. So we'll only be able to wait and see.
Thoughts on the Roosters specifically? Well, not specifically. Sorry. Basically saying we're not happy with his management leaking this information to Queensland.
It's a funny one.
Was it the Courier Mail that
Look,
leaked?
they're off Shukovsky. It goes both ways.
That's what I mean. That's the hard thing.
It's just
Clubs
like
do it too.
It's all ego, right? And especially the Roosters is like we want to control the narrative, and the players like you. That's a business, well-run business, and you're a business as well, right? So if you want to like try and do what's best for your client, you're going to not agitate. You're going to leak stuff to be able to get more money out for your client.
Well, yeah. Oh, we spoke about it last week. Like, everyone's doing different. Everyone's trying to figure out different tactics. Like at the moment, Souths are doing things. They're trying to really cuddle up a few players, but like the whole P&G factor has it's really broken the market in the fact that you might have great great culture at your club. You might be really, in history, might show that you're really good at retention, but this has just put a real spanner in the works for clubs. And obviously they're trying to retain players. It's not just the Roosters or Souths, but it's just become harder.
So you're on the camp of the clubs do it all the time, fair play?
It's like fair play. It's game on.
Yeah, it's a game.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there a chance Do you think that Sam Walker's management knows that there's no way they're walking away from this deal?
Yeah.
Because they do run the risk, like,
There is a risk involved, but like
because Politis has, if he makes a stance on
he'd
something,
be fuming.
he'll go through with it.
He's not happy.
I'm sure there's about 4 or 5 clubs out there that'd take a Sam Walker.
I reckon there's probably 15 clubs that take Sam Walker.
Yeah.
It depends what like legacy he wants to leave or he wants to play for money. And like I said, Chiefs haven't made it clear they want Nathan Cleary or Sam Walker. So he's got the Roosters there, he knows. Now he has to go to November 1 and go, all right, Chiefs, what do you got? It's going to be like who makes the jump quicker out of him and Cleary. You just say Cleary is an option as well.
If say Sam did sign with PNG, like, do they then, like, the Roosters' next step, would they be trying to get Daly for an extra year? Or
Do they go after Cleary?
yeah, that's a fair call. But again, does that fix Nathan's, does that change anything? Is that a big
Well,
enough?
that's why Sam's in a really powerful position here, right? Because if they do lose him, who do they replace him with? You got Rodwell coming through, Savala, you got there.
Yeah, Hugo's been playing really good in the centres as
Yeah,
well.
but
And he'll do a great job in six next
the
year.
halves. I just think for Sam, it's be careful what you wish for with the Roosters with Nick. But there are options there for him to make, huge money, especially at the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Broncos? Do you think there's any world where they move shit around to try? I mean, or do you agree with the idea that Sam Walker has always been a bit anti-Broncos because they brushed him?
No,
Not brushed him,
Broncos.
but like,
I just think it's either Roosters or the Chiefs for me.
Okay.
Who are we looking at halfback for the Broncos next year?
Pezzett or Duffy?
Right. Okay.
And like they can't afford him, but like they can always move people. If they were to go aggressive,
Yeah.
they could always find a way to move people on.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I personally think it's Roosters.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'd
still
be
think
shocked
that- I
if it's
think-
not Roosters.
Yeah.
But I tell you what though, like if let's say Cleary or whatever does either go with Panthers or overseas, and you've got the PNG going, we'll give you 1.1 mil tax free, plus another 2 mil a year in third parties. That's very hard to say no to as a young man, 25 years old. And then do you, because you want it to be true, do you start bringing up in your own mind like they had the opportunity at the start of the year, they didn't take it to sign me. They kept saying that they need to see me in finals footy.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, all right, you left the door open.
Yep.
PNG are making a pretty big deal for that 7 too. Like, have you seen the
Huge
stair?
deal, yeah,
They keep
reserved.
resharing it's weird. It's the most amount of like stairs I've ever seen on Instagram. Like, they keep resharing. Everyone keeps resharing the stairwell, and it's just like every and it has the halfback number 7 reserved. So it's a big deal to them.
They're playing it up too. Like they're aware that like even if let's say they haven't even spoken to Sam Walker or Nathan Cleary, they're aware that just by putting that reserve thing there, it gets people talking.
Yeah.
Makes
And they know
clubs nervous.
and all the big dogs go, "Are they talking about me?" Like,
Could you imagine though if they're like breaking news in the morning or whatever, and it's a picture of Cleary on those stairs? Could you fucking imagine?
even after how quickly the Toto thing happened, it's getting more and more likely for me.
Far out.
Yeah.
That Toto. Boys, thoughts on the Toto thing?
Fantastic. He's done enough for that club.
He
All
certainly earned it.
competitions, origins, playing for Samoa. His body's taken a beating, the tough carries. Go and make your money. I'm proud of him.
Do you guys? So the Penrith Panthers have they're putting out this kind of united front that we want to keep all these guys. We just can't afford them. Do you buy that, or do you? Because for example, I buy it to an extent, but the reason why I ask the question is because if you're desperate to keep someone, you don't give them permission to speak to someone else. Surely you fight tooth and nail to November 1. Now, I know the argument against that is look, they put their cards on the table and they couldn't budge from that anyway. Yep. But I don't know, I just think that the Panthers they are so good at controlling the narrative, and that rightly so. That's a compliment to their business.
Yep.
They should control the narrative and they should protect their brand. But I kind of get the sense that they're looking at a few of those players in that 5 or 6 going, we've got the best years out here. It's time to start fresh. I get that sense.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree. There's probably another 3 or 4 Brian Tortles coming through. He's done such a great job for that team that you do have to start looking at what players or what positions you need to fill. What's the most important? What have you got coming through, and what positions do we need to retain?
Yeah. And also, how
wingers
much
is
can we pay someone to do a slightly lesser job.
Yeah.
So like if we can pay, let's say Toto's on 700K from Panthers. Let's say that. We've got this young guy coming through, and let's say Toto averaged 200 meters a game, a try every second game. We've got a young guy through. He runs for 180 meters a game and a try every third game, but he costs 150 grand.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So they're probably looking at what they've got, what positions they need to fill, what's coming through, and that's how they're trying to retain their players. You know, like, there's no point in dragging things out for another year. And just you may as well just cut the head off, just rip the Band-Aid off and say, right, to all.
This is what we can give you. If you don't take it, sweet.
Yeah, let's move on to the next player. Next player. There's too many players off contract at the Panthers.
Also, identifying what you're good at developing. Like people say, oh, you know, you're at the will of developing good players and nurturing them right. But you look at a few clubs, like it's quite funny. Whether it's the nursery they've got or in their junior systems or the actual pathway they have, some clubs are better at producing different positions.
Yeah.
Like I look at the Raiders are pretty good at outside backs. They're quite good at developing outside backs from like their Jersey flag and the SG ball sides and like even back rowers, for example. I think they're quite good
Back
at
rowers,
developing
they're
back
kings.
rowers.
They're absolute kings at
They're
back
really
rowers.
good. And then and Ricky being an ex-halfback, I'd actually argue Ricky's probably one of the better coaches at actually developing some young halves.
Fuck me, we said the whole team.
Well, outside backs,
Front rowers.
back rowers. And obviously,
halves.
we're just leaving out. We're leaving out 6, 9, 1. The
blue shirts.
I think
Great at developing
Great blue shirts.
the curiosity part of it is probably the main part in which clubs are happy to let them negotiate because. Like you let them negotiate now. It gives you an answer earlier because all they're going to do is and all the way till November 1. So you might as well get it out of the way, rip the Band-Aid off now. But I say once the PNG Chiefs recruit their number 7, which is probably going to take the biggest chunk of their salary cap, unless they get a massive marquee in another position. I then would say we'd see other clubs. I know they've got so much money to work with, but then I'd say we'd see more clubs allowing people to negotiate because it might not be. The grass may not be as green up, you know?
Yeah, I will say with PNG, like, don't get me wrong, their recruitment's been great. But this idea that just because they're all good, they're going to be guns. I can't stress to you enough, like, rugby league is such a team game that you can have the fucking best roster ever and be shit. Like, you need to be playing for something bigger than yourself. Yeah. And I just think this idea that they're just going to come in and just towel every team up, I just don't agree with it. Do I think that they'll be competitive? Yes, but we've seen plenty of teams, including the Broncos, including the Roosters, with gun rosters, not really do that much. So I don't think I'm not saying they won't go really well. I'm just saying it's not a foregone conclusion. They're just going to come into the comp and just towel every team up.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they've recruited really, really well initially.
And they're also going to be the big, no matter who, 2027, whoever wins the comp, I can guarantee they're not going to be the biggest scalp going to 2028. The biggest scalp's going to be PNG. No, but like we talk about clubs all the time talking about how hard it is to back up. Penrith, obviously the anomaly, but because every team comes for you that following year. Like we look at the Brisbane this year, for example. PNG, regardless of whoever wins 2027, if they're recruiting the way on track to what we think they're going to do, which they get all these big dogs, 2028, they're going to be the scalp. Every club's fans are going to be watching their team going, I don't even care if we don't win any game.
I just want to win that
out of the 27 rounds, I just want to beat PNG.
Yeah. Now, boys, quickly, so Isaah Yeo came out a few weeks ago and he basically said, listen, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but to my knowledge, chat hasn't begun with the Panthers. Does that surprise you? Because like the more I think about it, that surprises the hell out of me because I just think that you'd assume that Isaah Yeo would at least get another 2 years immediately with the Panthers. However, the more we spoke about it yesterday, first of all, I'll get your thoughts on that and then I'll posit my second thoughts on in regards to what I think's happening. But thoughts on the fact that Isaah Yeo, the Australian captain, the New South Wales captain, they've waited this long and they're only kind of beginning chats now.
How old, Joey?
I think 30.
Nah,
You're
older
older
than
than
that.
that.
32 at least.
32, 33?
Okay. 31.
31. So he'll be going on 32. So he's got next year. So he'll be going on 33, 34. You know, sometimes you just, no matter how many accolades you've had, you've seen players get moved on in the past. And I think Lindsay Smith is his successor in that 13 role. There's no doubt they're going to have a crack at him. But it is a little bit surprising. But I reckon they'd have a little bit of a conundrum on their hands where they're just like, all right.
Great word.
Conundrum.
Great
You
word.
like it?
Yeah, great word. Great word.
Where they're just like, do we sign him for one more year?
But surely what surprised me is I agree with you. Like, he is getting a bit older, but surely that conversation's already happened. Like, we want to see you as a club legend. We'll go year by year because we've seen club legends go year by year. So there you go.
Yeah.
This is what I posit though. Are they sitting there going, we can't afford to lose Cleary and Yeo? So we're waiting to see what Cleary is doing.
Yeah.
Because if Cleary goes, we definitely are re-signing Isaah Yeo.
Yeah.
If we get Cleary, that's when we can say to Isaah Yeo, here's a reduced amount, you go year by year kind of thing. Do you reckon that's what's happening?
Well, if they lose both, who's captain?
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying yesterday.
I agree.
Who's
I do.
captain? They can't afford to lose that much senior
Leadership.
leadership
In one foul swoop.
one swoop. But Cleary is the priority.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
mean,
a
yeah,
tough
it's. I think you're spot on. I think they're waiting to see what Cleary's doing.
They have that's the only thing that makes sense to me because like if it was to come out, we've begun negotiations, but they only want to give me a 1 or 2 year deal, I'd go like, although that's harsh, that's just reality.
Yeah.
You're getting a bit older, but the fact they haven't even really spoken yet to the point where Yeo thinks that they're speaking, that surprises me. But the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, it actually does make sense. They can't. Cleary's a priority, and if they keep him, they don't need Yeo. But if they lose Cleary, they definitely need Yeo. So that's probably what's holding it up.
Do you think Yowie and Cleary are having conversations in the background with each other? Like, I reckon Cleary's the type of guy I'd be saying, Yowie, I'm sorry, but I just don't know like what decision I'm going to make just yet.
Yeah, I'd say
But if you're going to PNG, just tell me. So I'll come with you.
You want to go to PNG?
Well, you'd think so as co-captains. They've been through so much together, and their contracts are going to affect each other. I'd assume.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. Like,
You'd assume they'd be on close enough,
At least like maybe a text message or a voice note.
or just be like, mate, let us know what you're doing. Like, you don't even have to give details, but just to give me a bit of clarity of what kind of I should do.
Yeah, I reckon they've had a conversation for sure.
Do we know when Leota's off contract? Because I think he's a big one too. It's like he's
been given permission to speak,
given permission.
right, yeah.
but then you're hearing recent reports saying that he actually might re-sign with Panthers, and that's what surprises me because usually, and maybe Panthers do it differently, but usually once you're told you've got permission to speak, it's
You can go.
you're gone.
It's a unique. What was the word you said? Conundrum.
Conundrum.
It doesn't really work for this. It's a incredible time in the atmosphere. No, I don't know.
It's a
The
vibe. Just say it's a
ecosystem?
vibe. Just say it's a vibe.
It's atmospheric pressure in Panther Town.
There's high
It's a chill
pressure
factor.
systems.
It's a chill factor.
It's El
the
Nino.
mountains.
El Nino. El Nino.
El Nino.
Okay, boys, we've got a breaking code story about the Broncos and where it all went wrong. So look, and this is sources. Apparently, the long camp at the start of the year did affect them. Apparently, it was 2 weeks long. The players weren't that keen on it, and then at the back end of the camp, they did a 2-day army camp. That's rough to do it at the end,
At
not
the
the start.
end?
Yeah, that's fucking so rough, bro.
That's a big carry.
Fucking so rough. The report at least is saying, granted, guys, it's just like I'm not saying these are facts. This is just what's been reported. Are saying things like, the beds weren't big enough for Payne and Xavier. There's a quote from an insider saying, to be honest, we weren't feeling it. We came away from the trip thinking that was a waste of time. Basically, some other major issues is early in the season was Maguire's altercation with Teo that led to the assistant sensationally resigning 2 weeks into the season with the Broncos 0-2. The pair reportedly got into heated war of words, argued over defensive structure. In the end, Maguire wanted more control, and therefore Teo exited the club. I guess, you can go and read the article, boys, but thoughts on the Broncos?
Winning helps, hey. All this could have been like. All this could have been.
Half of it, like, I expected it, and the other half is you're a bunch of sooks. Like, honestly, like, seriously. Like,
A two-week camp away from your family in the middle of preseason. I'm not saying
Yeah, I do think if you got kids and that, like,
it's a
or if you're,
fucking.
this is what you're getting from Maguire. Like, this, they knew what they were getting. Renault would have said, "Hey, boys, we're in for it." Beds not being big enough. Like, give me a break.
I don't think that was the
But I
complaint.
know,
I'm just
but
saying,
it's just
including
like-
in the
I'm just sick of talking about it. It's just like the Broncos are just like there's too much ego in there that they don't have enough strong leaders like Penrith. Like you haven't got a Yowie, a Cleary, a Mitch Kenny, a Edwards. You don't have guys like that can just get 35 guys to fall into line and say, yeah, this is going to be tough.
I'm with you, but like even Sammy Burgess and Benny Teo left the Rabbitohs.
Yeah,
Under
I know.
Madge. And they're fucking the hardest leaders you'd ever meet in your life.
I mean, Honestly, it's what they needed. Otherwise, they wouldn't have won a competition. He's a hit and run coach. I've always said this. You bring him in for 2 or 3 years, win a comp, and you piss him off, or you change the whole roster. You know what you're going to get with Madge.
I
Like
love
all these stories that come out, I'm like, I don't care how you felt because that's what Madge brings.
But is there a world where you could say he brings that, but just like they can be better? Like, so don't whinge, it's going to be tough. Couldn't he also be better as well?
It's not his style. They've already told him that. That's why he'll have to go.
But could you say that that's the players? It's not their style either. You know, that's not what they as a
They
vibe.
needed
as a group.
Madge to win a premiership. They need, and then now it's probably you change the whole roster, you get rid of Madge. It's just the way it is.
Well, at the moment, the last 4 years, 3 years, they've been on, make the grand final or win it, off, on, and we're on an off year. Does that mean next year they're going to win the comp?
I think it's
That's-
locked in,
yeah.
guarantee.
Yeah. I'd love to have a chat with
I will say once, so Kevy did, he did bring them from terrible to, around the 9, 8, like the fucking 9th to 11th mark. Really good year. Then I think they came 11th. So like, although he didn't lift it to finals every single year, he did lift it from bottom 4 every fucking year.
Yeah.
2-week camp, straight into a 2-day army camp.
That is, bro.
You do it at
But
the
it's all
start.
there. It's all built for that, right?
But like that's
it's
come
all
on.
built for that.
You got to remember, like I get it. Look, we came through a very old school. I went on 6-day army camp, so I'm not sitting here saying that they shouldn't do it. But like as young men, that is
I would
rough.
have been fuming.
That is rough.
It's rough. But
And this
like,
is coming from someone that done so
this
many
is-
fucking army camps. I can't even remember them
The
all.
hardest part would be the conversation with the missus. That'd be like, oh, I need you to, like, especially if you're living from away from home, like, and you don't have
your missus
family.
would be stoked. She's like, yeah, thank
With
you.
Well, if you got
kids?
kids.
No, to what with kids? Far, yeah. You're getting messages. Fuck
No,
yeah.
look, I understand it, but this is what you're going to get from Madge. Like, I'm not surprised. I picked them not to even make. What did I pick them to come 7th this year? I knew they were going to go on a slide. He's too. There's only certain type of players who can play under Madge, and probably
But can any for long term? Like
no. That's why he's a hit and run coach. Win a premiership.
See ya.
See you
It'd
later.
be so interesting just to chat to like Trent Robinson and Ivan Cleary about like what they learnt from trying like backing up the year after a grand final. Like see what because you hear some people say, oh, you go even harder. Like that sounds like what Madge was trying to do, right? But on the other instance, you have like players come back later. We might go hard for early. Like I'd love to see what
Bro.
they did in the sports science way to get them up for the second year.
I tell you what, Penrith Panthers strength and conditioning program is the holy grail of rugby league.
Yeah.
How they have managed to keep this team on the field for 5 years in a row after
Post-COVID.
4 grand, like it is the holy. If you can find whatever they do that is the special sauce, the secret sauce of measuring people, and this guy needs to be pulled back a bit, this guy can go a little bit harder. That is truly like if you could get that into your club and have the power to instill those standards, it is the holy grail of rugby league because it's nothing short of a miracle that they've had the least amount of injuries of any team in the comp over the last half decade.
Yeah, I even like with the new rules too, and the way the soft tissue injury
It's
crisis
insane.
has been the
Who
last
is the
5 years.
SNC?
Mate, whatever
Do I
they've got
know?
there, it is fucking
Shane Alford's there.
unbelievable.
He's the blue
Oh,
shirt.
is he football manager now though, isn't he?
Oh, is he football?
I think he's. Well, he was blue, and then I think he's been promoted since. Hayden Knowles was 2021 because I remember they were in the bubble with us. He was S&C 2021 year. Don't know who's taken over from there though.
So what do you reckon happens to the Broncos now?
Now
that comes out, does Madge change?
well, apparently Madge he's safe. I personally
Or
feel.
does he change his approach to
Look,
preseason this
I'm
year?
still a believer in Madge. I just think some tweaks need to be made. And I know I get the argument behind that. It's like he's never changing. I just think he's got such a great opportunity to build a dynasty at the Broncos. He really does. If he tweaks just a little bit with all those resources, with the great culture that he does bring, there's no denying it. He wins comps. He could genuinely build a fucking dynasty.
I just don't get it. He's such a great bloke too, and like with all this around, he's like the year
I think
they
you got to
won,
go, bro.
I can go for another 5 or so.
Okay.
the year they won in 14, they came 7th the next year. Don't you learn from that?
Yeah, the Tigers. He came in, they came 9th, and then they just went spoons.
Yep.
And so, like,
I just hope he learns from it because he is a genuine great guy.
100%.
Like I'm away from footy.
With
Like,
ya.
you have a conversation with him
Yep.
on the street.
Yep.
He's a legend, but maybe it is time for Madge to start learning. Like, come on, mate.
Just
pull back
tweak
a
a
bit.
slight bit, just a slight bit. And I do get the idea of like, listen, I've got a bunch of rock star players because I think what people don't don't really get with the Broncos is like they've always been a club filled with like big egos. You know, they're a one-team town. I know it's not the truth anymore, and so like they're not the same as Penrith culturally. They're just not. Like they're not the same personality types. Like, you know, Reece Walsh, him in a Penrith jersey would just be weird. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? And so I think I understand Madge's thought processes. I got a bunch of rock stars. Like, for example, Jordan Ricky. He's a solid player. Mate, he has like fucking 200,000-300,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. And in regards to his standing as a back rower, like he would be you know, not in the top tier at this stage.
No.
Like, that's just him. You got Jesse Arthurs, who's not even in the first grade side, that's fucking getting viral clips made about him.
Yep.
And so I think Madge is sitting there going,
I need to pull these guys in.
Exactly. If I give these guys an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Yep.
And so I get that. But I think that hopefully he's looked at it and said, okay, maybe I went a little bit too far here. Just keep all the standards, keep all the hard training, just rein it in a little bit.
Yep.
And we actually saw him do that halfway through the year last year. The players went to him and said, mate, the training's fine. We don't mind hard training. It's just the constant intensity all the time that's a bit much.
Yeah.
So what he did halfway through the year, he just pulled it back a little bit and they just went fucking boom.
Yep.
And so I think he can do it. I really, as I said, I'm backing Madge in. I want him to stay at the club. I want him to build a dynasty. I just think tweaks need to be made. I really do.
And sometimes like intensity doesn't mean that like the actual session on the field.
No.
Like, that's what people probably listen.
Wayne's the king of it, bro.
Yeah, and think that like they think that take the intensity back. It's not about training hard on the field. A lot of the time, the intensity is actually when you're off the field. You know, like shortening up some meetings, not making people wait around as long. You know, dial back a couple things off the field, and then you'll probably see more on the field, game day and training. You'll probably see greater outcomes as well.
Yeah.
It's
Wayne is the master of it. Like, you know, he can fully measure a team of like, he can towel you up and then know, okay, this is where I need to take the reins off a little bit. And for example, let's say you have a big loss and you're thinking Wayne's going to fucking absolutely flog you. And you'll come in, you'll play con games for the sesh. And he's just, or you'll go down to the local soccer field and the boys will just, like, he's really good at measuring.
Or just smoke a dart.
Or smoke a dart.
In the change rooms.
Either one.
In a car park.
But if I'm the Broncos, I just get this all out now. Just get all the poison out now. Get all the headlines out now about how terrible the club is or whatever, so that you've got a clear run into next year.
Fair point.
If you hold on to this shit
Yeah.
and don't address it publicly, it is just going to fucking bubble and bubble and bubble.
Is that a metaphor analogy for like your own personal life too? If you don't address things, like
Get the poison out.
Get the poison out.
get it out as quick as you can. Address it. otherwise
Lance
they
the
bubble.
Boyle. Just Lance it.
Susan.
Lance the Boyle.
Lance the Susan Boyle.
Otherwise, you're going to be in a real conundrum.
Lose your leg.
Pay the car park fine.
All right, mate. I think you got to
All
go.
right, mate. See you later.
Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Rennie, always a
Did you
pleasure. Maddie, always a pleasure as well.
Do you have to pay for parking here, or you're sweet? Send us the ticket, mate.
I'll send you Mr. Bigglesworth number.
I'll send you the receipt, mate. Speaking of Broncos, Bloke to the Broncos, 27-28.
signing.
Mate, I like this. Really like this signing. I've been talking about the Broncos recruitment for a while now. This is exactly what we need, which is a solid edge back rower. If he can stay on the field injury-free, I love it.
What happened this year with him in Melbourne? He's just injured all year?
He's been in and out. He's also had some off-field stuff, I think, as well.
No,
but
he's I like him. He's a good back rower.
him at his best. I'll fucking take that any other week.
Yeah.
Gun at his best.
Yep.
And he's still
Yep.
relatively young. I think he's like 26, 27.
Yep.
So don't mind that. Jaden Brayley, they've signed him for the Tigers. I love this signing for the Tigers.
Good leader.
Mate,
Good leader.
I think this is exactly what they need, considering
13?
up his age.
Well, like a more of a 13, 9.
Yeah, maybe, but you got
bench.
12 there, but just a guy that can. You got 12 there, but Appy getting older, maybe injuries start playing a bit more. You just got a guy to fucking chuck in there and just tackle his ass off and cover for him a little bit.
Because he has got he's a bigger Brayley, isn't he? I'd have him at 13 as more of a ball player. Another
Well,
option.
he was all right at the Raiders doing that. He was all right at the Raiders doing that. I wouldn't mind even you start him at 9 and you bring Appy on after the first 20 in the back end of his career.
Yep.
Because Appy's like 32, 33, I think.
Yeah.
And so I wonder whether you go, like, take the sting out of the game. Brayley starts. He just gets some good service around. Appy comes on and just boom.
Great signing.
And also you got some young nines there that are super promising that obviously Brayley can help with. So I love this signing for the Tigers, really do. A little bit of a pointless signing for the Raiders this year. They didn't lose anyone for it, so they don't have to stress, but kind of came, I think.
He only played a handful of games.
Yeah,
right?
he played, but it was off the bench, and then a bit of 13, and then Dane Laurie, the GOAT, came in and played 13 and killed it.
How good did he play?
Mate, he's fucking going so good at 13. It's a joke. What's he doing at 13? The guy?
He's
He's
just so
tiny.
quick.
He's so good, bro. He's so good. I
Just
love
shows
it.
you how much the game is changing.
Yeah. Imagine in our era saying a guy of his size would play 13.
He'd get absolutely destroyed.
It's just so big and the game's slower. Mate, third versus fourth. What are your thoughts here? I hate it.
Third versus fourth.
So there's been tossed up like basically Landy's was just going.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, no, I heard it. I heard about this. I did. What, he's just trying to create more revenue? No.
Well, he's looking at grand final week going, fuck, we've got all these other days that we should be putting content on and stuff on.
No, there's enough.
But also like
There's too much footy. Like, so what he's saying, third versus fourth on grand final day?
Or the day
way
before. The day
before. Is anyone going to watch it?
well, I
Bloke's hungover.
I mean, it's better than no content, you know. Like
I'd rather no content.
I just think, mate, it is such a tough game to get up for at an NRL standard. Like, bro, just one game is tough.
Yeah.
Let alone an extra game on top of getting beaten in
This
a
is
prelim.
just get a podium, like get a bronze medal.
No way. It'd be like those old men games where like no one tackles each other and it's just like you grab each other and take each other to the ground.
Yeah.
Just fucking willy-nilly.
Ridiculous.
Okay, round
let's get
24
into it.
preview. Panthers versus the Roosters. Rennie, how are both teams travelling? Are you happy with the Roosters? Are they premiership threats? What are you looking at the Panthers? Can they go deep without Yeo if he's not back in time? What are your thoughts?
What do you reckon? Edwards is back tonight.
Extended bench, I think.
Teddy's out. Look, I'm like looking at the Roosters, and I've liked that they've won 6 or 7 in a row. Right? They're one ugly. They really showed, like, I think they completed at 66% at one stage last week and then finished the game at 72%. If they fix it, I've always said, if they're good at completion and discipline, they are real premiership threats. I just can't right now say that they can win it
Really?
for some reason. Like, they're the most talented team in the competition. But I just there's something that's missing. Not missing. It's just, for me, it's just like sometimes you look at them and think they're no Penrith Panthers.
Oh, see, I'm a believer.
You're a believer now.
I'm a believer now. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Oh, look, I get what you're saying, like, but just that 82-point performance or whatever, I just think that was Roosters footy, and they got that in the bag now where they go, you know what, like, when we turn it on, we fucking turn it on. Can they do it for 3 games in a row? That's the question.
If they, like, obviously Penrith are their Achilles heel, right?
Yeah.
If they can win tonight without Teddy, then this is the game for me.
Okay,
They
this
beat
is
Penrith.
it. Okay.
They are the threat.
Okay, fair enough. And what about Panthers? How are you feeling about them?
Mate, nothing changes for Panthers. They're just like a well-oiled machine. Cog back. I'm surprised Talangi didn't get his spot last week. Cole came in.
Yep.
Tough game against the Warriors over there. They did get blitzed through the middle.
Yeah, wow.
Through the middle. And if there's a team that's coming through the middle when Teddy's playing, it's the Roosters.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've got Panthers in a tight one.
Okay. Manly Seagulls versus the
Hang on,
Dolphins.
who have you got?
Who have I got? I got Panthers.
You got pennies?
I got Panthers. Not yeah. They need Teddy. I know Panthers are missing Yeo, but I just think Panthers after their loss, like I think the Panthers pride themselves on their physicality.
Yeah.
And I think embarrassed is a strong word, but I think they're going to be really disappointed with the talk about them getting bullied essentially last week. I don't think they're going to like that. I think they're going to be like, okay, fuck it. We're going to send a message here.
Yep. Nafau White, we're going after him.
Yeah. Manly Dolphins. Are Manly done?
Manly are done.
Yeah, I
Manly are
agree.
done. This is at 4 points, right?
Yep.
I think this is the only. $3.25, but Dolphins, look, if they're the only team outside the 4 I can see winning the competition. You know, I really love the balance of their side. They've got great chemistry. They've got great strike. If they're a real threat of this competition, they'll beat Manly and they'll beat them well. Thoughts?
Mate, what happened to Manly? Like, look, I think, like, I'm aware that all the misgivings you had about that Manly squad at the start of the year, everyone had, they are true and have become true. But I just didn't think they'd drop off this much.
yeah.
You know, like I thought that, yes, they'll drop off a little bit, but he'll still be able to squeeze a little bit more out of him. But
They've got a lot of injury, though. Secca's out.
14-0 up against an injury ravaged Storm and they get done 44-20 or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Jesus. And Storm had a bloke in the bin for 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Fosball's over.
Do you okay, this is going to be super harsh because, like, as players, I hate speaking like this because it's like you're talking about other players here. But I just don't think Foz can afford to give this roster another year to see how it goes. I think he needs to get aggressive and make big changes.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Like this roster has had time to do something.
Yeah. Where do you think they're lacking?
Forwards.
Forwards, yeah. For sure.
I don't think they've
rowers?
got modern forwards.
They need a. Paseka's
they're
only
not.
just
I'll
started to realise how big he is.
He just, he gives you, this year he's given us 8 to 10 weeks of good footy.
Yeah, and then he falls off.
And so like with Paseka, because he's their big dog in the middle, it's just got to be every year, every week.
Yeah.
Like you look at, even when AFB is down, he's still decent.
Yep.
And that's a guy that you could argue could be inconsistent if he wanted to because he's ceiling so high. You got Haas just always on. You got Fish, Tarpanet, always on.
Yep.
Leota, always on.
You've got some real alphas in the front row.
Yeah, it's just
They
gotta be
need
every week.
alphas.
Yeah. I think Jakey T does a job spiritually, but I don't know if he can play big minutes anymore.
Yep.
I think they need a genuine 13 that can fucking laterally can move unbelievably, get him around the park a little bit, take some pressure off the halves. I think Joey Walsh, he's
Well, they lose Garrick this year.
they lose
next year.
Garrick. I think they're too back heavy. I'd be trying to reshape the salary cap for my money to be in the forwards.
Rather than the
Mate,
backs.
outside backs. You can teach a young fella to catch and I know I'm discounting outside backs. I'm one myself, but they're much more replaceable than a fucking high quality forward.
Yeah, true.
You just say to him, mate, you be a good catcher and you take 15 scoots a game, give us 150 meters, make sure you finish. Whereas a forward, it's a tough job week in and week out.
He's inherited this team, so I reckon he'll start making some changes next year for sure.
The tough thing is, when I was saying it when he was on his run because the iron was hot. He was the hottest club in town when he was on his run. And so when he went into negotiations with young players then, it was like, fuck yeah, I'll play for Foz.
Yeah.
Now when he goes into rooms, it's like, fuck Manly. Now they got the young, is it Kaylees from the Warriors? He's an edge back row, I'm pretty sure. Oh, fuck. I can't believe I'm getting his name. Yeah, it's Khalees Fatia Lofa.
Fadi Lofa.
I'm pretty sure.
Fadi Lofa is a very prominent Samoan name.
Well, so he's an edge back rower. He is 21 years old, 100 kegs, 182 centimetres, born in Auckland. He's going there next year on a 3-year deal.
Yeah, awesome.
And he had such a good deal with the Warriors that if they didn't play him before round 15, his debut, he was allowed to speak to other clubs, and this is how that happened. So I love that signing.
Yep. They need more of them.
Dolphins, it's got to start. It's got to start. You got your shit games out of the way. You're getting pumped. You need to start building. Okay, Dogs South.
Yeah, I think Dogs win this one. I just think I went to the game last week and South started hot. Parramatta, from a high view, watching it just diabolical. There was so many problems. I was thinking of Jason Riles and what he sees from the box and the players off the ball and getting behind the ball. And obviously they came back in the second half. But if the Dogs just play a game where they just drown them, just get into a grind, they're fitter than the Rabbitohs team. I think the Dogs should win well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't think the Rabbitohs. They just don't have the habits of getting into a grind. They either want to blow you off but the crazy thing is, even when they do blow off the park, they're letting you back in.
Well, they did last week.
Yeah, so I think the Dogs here. Now, does that mean I'm fully confident on that because we don't know what South Sydney Rabbitohs are going to rock up? Could the South Sydney Rabbitohs come out and put a 13+ score on? Yes, but I just don't know about the consistency.
I think with Ward being out and
that hurts.
he's been great. He's been really underestimated on how well he's been playing for that team. And Jaden Sullivan can do a job, but I think the Dogs they should do it. They should be able to just drown them a little bit and just put them into a grind and just win, even win in a tight one. But just they know they're fitter than the Rabbitohs right now.
Yeah, and also you look at last week, bitter loss. They had that game under control and just error after error. They just didn't close it out.
Yep.
I think that's a big concern for him. Now I know Critter is a big game player, but he doesn't have a lifetime of being a half closing games out. And watching that game against the Roosters, I looked at it and I go, who's the half in that spine that's going to close the game out? Going to go. Whereas DCE took the game by the scruff of the neck and just kicked him in the corners, completed.
Yep.
And I looked at, now granted, maybe, does Critter have the mental fortitude to close games out? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe a whole preseason of him playing half, he can be that guy.
Yep.
Galvin's probably a couple of years away, I think. I think in a few years, Galvin could for sure.
Yep.
But like any young half, it's going to take him a little bit of time, I think.
Yeah. He's learning on the fly, Critter.
Yeah.
And he'll understand how to close games out. He will take a lot away from that game because they should have won.
Okay, the Sharkies, the Raiders.
Sharkies at home. Look, very disappointing last week. When Nico missed that goal, the first one, and shanked it, I just thought they're off today.
They're off today. Yeah, they were off. It was just. I think the Dragons are much better than people give them credit for, and I think the Sharks are just off. Down day.
And I think I haven't seen the team list, but I think Sticky was going to start blooding some players this week. Is that right?
Dropped Big Red.
No surprise there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to check the team list.
Yeah,
actually.
look, Sharkies for me. Sharkies at home.
Are Sharkies the real deal this year?
No.
Oof.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
They are? Oh, okay. Wow. When did you come to that?
No, look, I gave them huge raps the last few weeks. I was disappointed about that loss against the Dragons, but you're right. Dragons have been improving and they've been more consistent in what Youngie's trying to bring. And look, I wasn't too surprised with the loss, but having said that, if Sharks want to be a real threat, I think this is a good time for them to lose.
Yeah, they got to start. They got to start
and then
building
they have
now.
a little reset.
Yeah.
Bang, we go again.
Yeah, I hate going into final series on a big win streak. I hate it
Yeah,
because you just almost like, where's the game? Where's the game coming from?
Where's it coming?
Yeah. Okay, Eels versus Cowboys. I got no idea about this one. Genuinely no idea.
Nah, after what I saw last week from Parramatta in the first half, just the first half, I think the Cowboys should win this one.
I hope they do. I didn't actually think the Cowboys were that great last week, but they fought really hard and they defended well, and that actually got them a big win against the Titans.
Yep.
So didn't mind that. But I just don't know with this game. I'm going to say Cowboys, but tough one. Broncos Warriors. This could be the longest game of their lives, or it could be a 13+ win for the Broncos. I don't know because I don't know what Broncos team's turning up. I just don't
It's
know.
a home game for both of them, isn't it? Brisbane?
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking hell.
Look, I just think the way the Warriors are playing, I just don't know where Brisbane's head's at, especially with that article coming out now.
I just don't think their forward pack can go with them. Like if Haas and Carrigan and Wilson are playing for finals, yeah. But when they go off the field, like when Haas, Carrigan and Wilson go off the field to have a rest, or Haas and Wilson or whatever, the guys that come on for us, and they're up against Vaimunga or Lecker or fucking hell. Like the bench is just night and day, bro. Like I'll have a check of it now, actually.
The Warriors win it this year?
I think they can.
Yeah.
If they lean all the way into that crazy forward pack, and Luke Metcalf continues his form, I do think Luke Metcalf's the key, though.
Yep.
I think they need him to be playing well. But let's look at their bench. You've got Benny Hunt, Sam Healy, Tuffer versus Tower Smith, Jazeski versus Dimitri Vaimunga, Var Semu versus Ira Tuva, I think Tauva. And then you got Blake Mose 18, Tua Picky 18, Adam Pompey, Ben Tolte, Morgan Gannon. So like that bench, bro, is just, mate, it's tough.
Is it all?
Tough.
Warriors.
I'm still picking the Broncos, but it's going to be tough. Knights, Titans. Jeez. Justin Holbrook is going to be, do you reckon he walks in with his pants down, his cock out?
Why do you say that?
And because they fired him.
Because they got rid of him.
They fired him. He came into this season with the wooden spoon favourites.
Yeah.
He whipped his hog out and said, nah, bruh, I'm a top 8 side. And the Titans are still at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, true.
He might coach the whole game with his cock out.
How good is Manu Leua?
Mate, he reminds me.
He's a beast.
He reminds me so much of and like I'm not saying he's as good as him just yet. Is it Manu Nonu? The All Blacks, the guy Manu, is it?
Yeah, Ma'anonu.
Nonu? He reminds me of him so much. I don't know.
Oh my god!
And that's a huge compliment.
You
obviously.
lose Dylan Lucas and you bring this kid.
Mate, and some of the highlights of him in reserve grade, gun ball player.
He's a good ball.
Yeah, he's a gun ball player.
Hey, he's a gun.
Mate, so how good was that clip of the All Blacks? Did you see that? The hugger?
Yeah. That was. Can you believe he's 44?
Mental.
He's still playing. But I got the Knights winning this one, winning well.
Mate, just Titans, they just got to make a game of it because if they go out of the season this disappointing, it's almost like it was for nothing. Like they've come so far. If they continue to play poorly, all that goodwill that you built up, it'll just be like, well, honestly, yeah, you've blooded some young guys, but hype-wise, you're in the same boat heading into next year. Tigers, Dragons. Ooh. Tigers are not favourites. The Dragons are favourites.
I'm going Dragons.
I'm going Dragons as well. I love that young forward.
As much as I want to see Tigers win, finish the season well, I just like, for Youngie, I just, and the season they've had and like the win last week, I just feel like he's deserves this win as well.
Mate, talk about staying calm through absolute turmoil. Like, fuck.
What a year.
Oh, fucking hell.
What a year. Well, I mean, look at polar opposites, like from absolute, like, you go to the Tigers, they go 5-2, they're going to make the semis.
Top 4.
Boom. And then, Dragon stops, they've sort of slowly started to build. And after, obviously, a devastating, a diabolical start to the season, now they're getting a couple of wins, a bit more consistency. I think the Dragons win this one.
I hate to say this because I feel so sorry for Tigers fans. I genuinely do. I'm not saying there's a piss take or whatever. I genuinely feel sorry for Tigers fans. I just think there are so many more dramas coming in the future for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Samuel Afinu hasn't re-signed yet. PNG are coming in. They're talking. There are reports getting around that he's going to be demanding $1 million from the Tigers, and I just don't know if he's there yet. But
As a back rower?
As a back rower. But the thing is with the Tigers, they've got to give it to him because they can't afford to lose Samuela, so he's got him over the barrel.
They end up in the same crap they've been in for the last 20 years.
But then they lose his brothers as well. But then the argument against that is you shouldn't be held hostage by a group. Anyway, whatever. Also, I don't think the Adam Dewey stuff is going away because they came out and said he will play till the end of the season. And look, he has said, I'm committed. But look, I just think there's more. That much drama unfolding doesn't just get fixed like that. No. It doesn't.
There's more to the story. So
I get worried. I get really worried. So hopefully I'm wrong. I will be fucking stoked if I'm wrong. Okay, make sure to give BTFU podcast a follow. Can you speak about your thing you build on the side with the?
It'll all be coming out soon.
Coming out soon? Okay, so stay tuned for that. But make sure to give a follow, guys. Listen to the potty. And as usual, we'll all go fuck ourselves. Thank you.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.